From countries with nearly 70 homicides every day to countries facing historic economic crises, today on Across the Globe, we're going to be taking a look at the countries going downhill fast in 2023 and 2024. Number 6. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a small island nation located in the Indian Ocean. The country has a rich and diverse history spanning back over 2,500 years. It is known for its ancient Buddhist temples and monuments, as well as its lush landscapes and stunning beaches. However, in recent years, Sri Lanka has been facing a number of challenges that have led many to believe that the country is going downhill in 2024. These challenges include political instability, corruption, and ethnic tensions, all of which have contributed to a decline in investor confidence, economic growth, and social harmony. In 2022, the United States Institute of Peace stated that Sri Lanka is facing the worst economic crisis since its independence in 1948. They noted that the pandemic and the Easter bombings in 2019 severely damaged tourism, which is Sri Lanka's primary source of foreign revenue. The Easter attacks against 3 churches and 3 hotels in Sri Lanka led to the fatalities of more than 250 people, including 8 British nationals, and the aftermath still has negative knock-on effects to the country's infrastructure to this day. As a result, in 2023, the safety of Sri Lanka is still a questionable option for many keen travelers. According to Gov.uk, due to the current economic situation, there has been an increase in incidents of low-level opportunistic crime. They noted how it is common in Sri Lanka for criminals to steal your backpack while riding on motorbikes or mopeds in the street. What's more, Gov.uk also stated that terrorists are likely to try and carry out attacks in Sri Lanka, and British nationals are at particular risk from groups and individuals who view the UK and British nationals as targets. In March 2023, the BBC reported on the economic crisis in Sri Lanka, stating that the International Monetary Fund is lending Sri Lanka $3 billion to help it deal with its worst economic crisis in its history. They noted how such debt has rendered Sri Lanka unable to buy the goods it needs from abroad, and the country has also failed to make an interest payment on its foreign debt for the first time in its history. Number 5. The United States. It's no secret that for years, the United States has been seen as the land of opportunity. However, as we approach 2024, there are many signs that point towards the fact that the country is heading towards a downhill trajectory. While the U.S. has always been known for its robust economy, political stability, and cultural diversity, these ideals seem to be gradually slipping away. From the widening wealth gap to polarizing politics, it's no wonder that many people are feeling uneasy about the future of the country. In April 2023, CNN reported that through a poll system, they asked American citizens whether things in the country were going good or bad. A glaring 69% said things were going either pretty badly or very badly, and 52% mentioned they had based their answers on economic factors. Furthermore, in October 2023, the New York Post stated that an overwhelming amount of Americans think that the United States is trending downhill. They reported that based on a poll that was taken in the days after former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy was voted out of his post, a staggering 78% of U.S. adults believe that the country is trending in the wrong direction. This was a 3% increase compared to the month prior, when the group found that 75% of Americans felt the country was heading in the wrong direction. On the other side, the New York Post reported that according to the Associated Press NORC Research Center, a meager 21% felt that the U.S. is heading in the right direction. Lastly, in September 2023, the New York Times weighed in on the ever-growing opinion that America is declining. They stated how over the past 2 decades, America has sunk into decline, and although at the turn of the millennium the Western world accounted for 4/5 of global economic output, today that share is down to 3/5 and falling. Number 4. Belarus. Belarus, a landlocked country located in Eastern Europe, has a rich and multifaceted history. Throughout the centuries, it has been under the rule of various powers, including the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, and the Russian Empire. Following World War I and the Russian Revolution, Belarus briefly gained independence as the Belarusian People's Republic, later succumbing to Soviet rule as the Belarusian Soviet Socialist Republic. However, in 1991, Belarus declared independence following the collapse of the Soviet Union. In recent years, Belarus has faced criticism and scrutiny for its close alignment and being seen as an ally with certain countries, particularly due to its support in a current ongoing conflict. This alignment has led to tension with Western countries and has caused Belarus to be regarded unfavorably by some. With that said, in April 2023, Yahoo News reported that according to a sociological survey by the Razumkov Center, 81% of this country expressed negative attitudes towards Belarus. Furthermore, the international community has expressed concerns about Belarus's democratic practices, including issues related to human rights, media freedom, and fair elections, further straining its relationship with the West. Additionally, in February 2023, Statista reported that Belarus is the fifth most sanctioned country in the world, with 1,155 active sanctions. Number 3. China. China, a country renowned for its rich culture and ancient traditions, has emerged as a global powerhouse over the last few decades. With a reputation of being one of the most powerful countries globally, China has continuously showcased its unrivaled prowess in industries such as artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and telecommunications, though some of it controversial. However, as we enter the year 2024, China finds itself at a crossroads, bracing for potential economic challenges following a tumultuous year in 2023. In July 2023, The Guardian reported that China's race for growth is fading, noting that based on the second quarter of 2023, it appears China's economy needs a rapid boost. They also reported that the youth unemployment in China is growing, with the country seeing around 1 in 5 of China's 16 to 24-year-olds unemployed in June 2023. And according to Bloomberg, China has stopped releasing this data because of the numbers it has since reached. Furthermore, in recent years, China has also experienced a significant decline in its birth rate, marking a remarkable demographic shift with implications for the country's future. On November 1, 2023, Reuters reported that China has seen its first population drop in more than 6 decades. They said that as a result, China would start surveying 1.4 million people on demographic shifts, since the country's officials are finding it difficult to encourage people to have more children in the face of a falling birth rate. Additionally, according to the International Monetary Fund, although the Chinese economy has boasted a strong post-pandemic resurgence, projecting to grow at 5.4% in 2023, in 2024, growth is anticipated to drop to 4.6% due to persistent deterioration in the property market and subdued external demand. And according to Reuters, in October 2023, China's property market was showing little signs of revival. They noted that home buyers are wary of the uncertain economic outlook of China, despite a series of government stimulus measures to help revive activity in the sector. With that said, the Wall Street Journal reported that due to the new era of slower growth, many Chinese citizens, including many of the wealthy, are increasingly eyeing the exits, with consultants estimating that 13,500 wealthy individuals will, on net, leave China by the end of 2023. Number 2. Pakistan. Pakistan is a country located in South Asia with a population of over 240 million people. The country is currently facing an existential economic crisis due to a number of factors. One of the primary factors is the massive debt burden that Pakistan is currently faced with, which is causing economic instability and hindering growth. In April 2023, the United States Institute of Peace stated that Pakistan is in the midst of an ever-worsening economic crisis, They stated how, due to skyrocketing inflation and political conflict between Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's government and former Prime Minister Imran Khan, the country is facing the risk of a default due to its massive external debt obligations. They also noted how the country is suffering with a surge in terrorism. Furthermore, the pandemic has also hit the country hard, causing further economic setbacks. With that, inflation and unemployment rates are soaring, and the country's currency is depreciating rapidly. In August 2023, The Diplomat reported on the so-called geopolitical irrelevance of Pakistan. They stated that Pakistan has seen political instability since Imran Khan was removed from office in a no-confidence vote in April 2022, which has made the country's economic predicament worse. Since then, Khan and his supporters have participated in protests that have often descended into violence. In September 2023, Pakistan Today reported that with inflation rising daily, there has been an increase in robberies in the country. They also reported that according to the Global Organized Crime Index 2023, the crime rate in Pakistan has reached 3.98, which continues the upward trend in this country. What's more, Pakistan has been facing increasing issues with unemployment, with the Times of India stating that projections indicate that it will reach 5.6 million by the end of 2023, which will be an increase of 1.5 million unemployed people since 2021. Number 1. South Africa. South Africa is a country with a tumultuous history, marked by decades of apartheid and racial discrimination. While improvements have been made since the end of apartheid, including the election of Nelson Mandela as the first black president, South Africa is still struggling to overcome its history and challenges. The country faces high levels of inequality, poverty, unemployment, and crime, and there is widespread corruption and political instability. In May 2023, The Economist reported that business leaders are in fear that South Africa is at risk of becoming a failed state. And in September 2023, the Brenthurst Foundation stated that by almost every metric, South Africa has gone downhill fast since it joined BRICS in 2010. South Africa joined the BRICS Association in 2010, becoming the 5th member of the group, following Brazil, Russia, India, and China. This was seen as a significant achievement for the country, since the BRICS nations are considered to be emerging economic powerhouses with the potential to shift the global balance of power. However, the membership of BRICS has also come with consequences for South Africa. One such consequence is the massive debt that the country has incurred through its association with the group. With that said, the Brenthurst Foundation stated that South Africa's debt has spiraled out of control, with many describing the issue as a debt crisis. They also noted that unemployment in South Africa has skyrocketed from 24% in 2010 to 32.6% in 2023. Furthermore, in September 2023, South Africa came in at number 11 on Yahoo Finance's list of the 25 countries with the worst economies in 2023. They noted that economic growth has been hindered in the country due to electricity and power shortages. They also stated that South Africa is currently one of the countries with the highest rates of poverty, coming in at 34 on their 40 countries with the highest rates of poverty list. If that wasn't worrying enough, crime is still very much a consistent problem in South Africa. In August 2023, Business Tech compiled the crime statistics for the first quarter of the 2023-2024 administrative year in South Africa. They noted that although violent crime is tracking lower in the first quarter compared to the same period last year, the numbers are still alarmingly high, with 6,228 homicides recorded, which works out to a frightening 68 homicides a day. They also reported that contact crimes, including attempted homicides, common assault, and assault with the intent to inflict great bodily damage, increased by 4.8% over the first quarter. What about the most hated countries in the world?